And welcome to an instant reaction of the Don't Argue with the Facts podcast. I'm your host, Noah Love. It is 12:08 in the morning. We finally got the confirmation. The NBA draft is today, like it's today, currently. But the Heat have made a trade. Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Milwaukee Bucks are trading franchise icon Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis to the Miami Heat for Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Kasparis Jakichonis, three first-round picks, including pick number 13, one pick swap, and one second rounder. The Bucks now have, I believe it's 10 and 13 in this draft, along with Hero Hawkins. I mean, they the Bucks got a great pack. You gotta love. I if you, in Milwaukee was looking for a package like this, and and this is what they want, and this is what they wanted. The rumors the rumors have been done. Obviously, you heard the rumors about the Knicks last year, Golden State this year, Boston, Miami. Is Atlanta going to get involved? And Jalen Brown's going to be rerouted to Atlanta if they were to do a deal with Boston, whatever the case may be. Now it's officially the saga is done. Giannis goes to his preferred destination. He is a Miami Heat. Let me just say something. Number one, obviously Milwaukee, the saga's over. You had great times. Obviously won a championship, whatever the case may be. This was the best for both sides. It's as plain as simple. Giannis wanted to go somewhere where he could compete for a championship. I'll get to that in a second because Miami's going to have a lot of work to do if they want to compete for a championship with him. And then on the other side, it's Milwaukee. You needed a full rebuild, and that's what you're doing. And look, you've got Hero, who's a piece. You're going to have Khalil Ware. You're going to have Jaquez, who are a couple good pieces. And now you get picks 10 and 13. And depending on, I don't know what you want to spend it on, point guard, whatever the case may be, whoever you want to pick there. Now, I want to get to Miami. Pat Riley finally lands that superstar. He had missed out. He missed out on KD. He didn't want to trade for Ja. I think there was somewhere he missed out on Kawhi Leonard. Eh, You know, he traded Jimmy Butler. Obviously, he never really got that second star next to Jimmy. Mi- Miami now gets its superstar. Giannis at 31 years of age. Here is the problem now. And look, Miami, I really don't want to be that guy that dampens or rains on the parade of Miami, but for all intents and purposes, I have to look at both sides of a deal, right? Miami gutted the roster. Like, yes, you still have Bam and you still have Giannis. Yes, you still had Norman Powell. You had to trade Norman Powell or Tyler Hero because they couldn't play together. We know this. But you gave up four players and a bunch of picks, and I and your roster, you're not deep You weren't deep to begin with. You're not deep now. Look, and I know for the all season is nowhere clear is nowhere near over, but you have to look at this from the perspective of Miami. Yes, you get a superstar player in there, and it's the biggest move since Braun getting there in 2010 for Miami. But I'm looking at it from perspective of you're going if obviously you have to make moves to improve this roster, but if you don't make significant moves, you're going to be what? The sixth best team in the East? Knicks, Pacers, Pistons, Celtics, just Cleveland's better. And then now you're probably what, the sixth best team? I thought if he would have went to if Giannis would have went to Boston, that would have really changed the landscape. Because I really thought that would have made Boston probably East favorites next season. This I don't think Miami. I Does Miami go from playing team to playoff team? Yeah, if Giannis is healthy for 70 games, then yeah, they probably turn into a playoff team as of right now. But I don't think they're title contenders when you looking at the roster and looking at the roster. Like I have to see what moves they make. I don't know if Giannis is going to be able to do a Jimmy Butler and carry a team that may not be as talented to the NBA Finals. And I will say this: even those teams that Jimmy carried to the NBA Finals, I mean, they were deep, good teams. I mean, and yes, they had a couple good stories with undrafted players and stuff like that. But if you look at the team that made the finals in 23 was just absolutely just you didn't think they should have been there, but Jimmy Butler went crazy. I don't know if this team will be that again. Still got a long way to go in the off season, but Miami, Pat Riley, you were hearing rumors. Did they strike out at the 25th hour? Did it happen? Did it? Are they going to get him? Sounded like the Celtics were the favorite. I thought he was going to go there. They pulled the trigger. Like that was the deal. So now Giannis, I mean, a hall of players and picks. Boston, they aggressively pursued Giannis, and they offered Milwaukee a package featuring Jalen Brown and two first round picks. I'm going to be honest. If that's all you offered, I don't blame Milwaukee for taking the other the other haul that Miami just got him, because I'm getting four players, and now I'm getting two, and now I'm adding a lottery pick. So I've already got a top 10 pick. Then I'm adding the 13th pick, which is a lottery pick, along with Hero, who has made an all star team, and a bunch of good young players and a bunch of good young picks. So, yeah. And look, Milwaukee wants to do a full like it's going to be a full on rebuild. My question now for Milwaukee is, what do you do? What do you do with Miles Turner? You just signed him to that big deal. I you're I ass- I don't know how long you're going to want him to be there. What do you do what do you do with him is a big question, because he's one of the veterans. Bobby Portis is gone, obviously, now as well. Miami also got him in the deal, which that'll be nice. He'll be a good pickup. and he'll be very good. For Milwaukee, it's a complete 180. They went from a team that looked like it was getting to be too old, and now it's a team that's younger, more vibrant, and more. Now Milwaukee's a place that you can go and you can grow, and it's going to be straight rebuild. Now, when Giannis goes back there, that first game, it'll be interesting. I hope he doesn't get booed because he won you a championship, even though it didn't end well. He won you a championship, so I hope he doesn't get booed. Me, me personally, I don't think he should. But yeah, the blockbuster trade, and also now for the Celtics, how do you pivot? What do you pivot? Trey Murphy's still on the market. Herb Jones is still on the market. Um, what do you do? What do you do? Or do you just say, you know what, we're gonna make little signings. We're going to get better role players, and we're going to run this thing back with Tatum and Brown. Also, how does Jalen Brown feel? He's basically been he was shocked. He's This is the second time he's been shocked. The first time, I think it was like in 2021 or 2022, they tried to trade him for Kevin Durant, which to me didn't make any sense at that time. Doesn't make any sense now. And here now they just try to trade him for Giannis. Now, according to Shams, what he said on Get Up was, if the trade doesn't go through for Giannis, which it didn't, they're planning on keeping him. But a big thing is, does Jalen Brown want to be there? Does he want to be there? And I gotta tell you the truth, I don't think he does. Number one, I think he enjoys being the first option, and number two, I I I just how you just shopped me to Milwaukee. You were going to trade me. So now I'm coming in, and do I really want to be giving my all to this team and organization? I don't know. It's just, it'll be very interesting to see how that turns out. But in, back to Miami, this obviously has big ramifications around the league still. I thought I didn't. I said this on the. I think a couple months ago we were discussing this, and I said I didn't know what type of deal they could put Miami could put together that would entice Milwaukee, because like because at that time, and look, the lottery hadn't happened yet and all that, and so obviously Miami having the number 13th pick was intriguing. But to get Tyler Hero and Ware and Hawkins and Jonas, who wasn't playing a lot, that's big. This was the biggest trade. There was another trade. Julius Randle went to the Nets. We'll get into that tomorrow. Uh we know why that move was made. They basically just salary dumped Randall. That's basically what the trade was. Um Holy cow. What a start to the NBA offseason. The saga ends. Sham said a deal would be done before the draft. And on the day, basically now, although it's midnight, the draft is today. The deal happens. Giannis is a Miami Heat. And Pat Riley gets his superstar player. Again, the negotiations. This was a 13-month saga. Does he want to stay? Does he want to leave? What's happening here? And now Pat Riley gets another blockbuster name to add. Giannis goes along with the names of LeBron, Shaq, Chris Bosh, Alonzo Mourning, Jimmy Butler, those guys who's he's acquired, and Eric Spoelstra gets to coach a top three player in the league. Or yeah, a top three player, top three to four player in the league. So again, the East, it shall be interesting. He's staying in the East. I think Miami gets better. Do I think they're a championship team? Now it's currently constructed. They're gonna have to get better. And I think it's a great deal for Milwaukee. You get a haul of picks and players. That's it. All right, everybody. This has been my instant reaction to the Giannis Antetokounmpo trade. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until I guess today, because there'll be an NBA draft preview, and we'll be talking about Dusty May and all that, and Randall and all that other stuff. But I guess until later today, see ya.